This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
7 yards, the pickup there.
28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Darnell Savage on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a pickup of 7. And it's a 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
It's the fullback. his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Packers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 59 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 10-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Is no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Smith on the stop. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Titans.
2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That's complete right around the 8th. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Titans 14. Packers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it'll be a 2nd and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Harold Landry in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On the return, Jackson. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee. Tyler Ervin back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And that'll make it third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we come upon halftime and what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On first down, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And not much to speak of. The 26. Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tannehill. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game and they're losing.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by have a running lane that you want to take. Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 46 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Next to Rashaan Evans' name, you can put a tally for a tackle for loss. Really excellent effort on the defensive side of the football.
11-yard line.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And goal.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
8-yard pickup.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brought down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Rolling to his left. The open man is Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Sponge, flag.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers pass.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
From the gun, Rodgers flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Makes the score Titans 27. Packers 22.
Game now as here comes the kickoff. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
4 yards.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check it. Check. Watch the safety clear.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the busy night for Henry continues. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Short throw to Smith. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
40-yard line.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
54. Check. 54. Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
It's a loss.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Tonight.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league.